Hey guys, it's Rocky B and welcome back to my channel. If you can't tell from my voice, I am indeed sick. I haven't been able to post because literally I went from being sick to going out of town to being sick once again. Nothing serious. I went to the nurse yesterday and they said they just gave me of course cough syrup. The most nastiest thing you could ever think of. And then tablets, so yeah. I should be getting better in a meantime, so anyways, you just have to deal with my voice. I tried to make myself look not as sick. I got to miss class today and my hair is a mess, so I really don't care. But let's just go ahead and get started with the video. Today's video is a story time, and if you can't tell by the title, it's of how rolling over almost killed me. What could that possibly mean? Some of you might know exactly what that means, and some of you might not. Rolling over basically almost caused the life of me, my best friend, my mom, and my dog, Kingston. And when I say rolling over, I don't mean like rolling down a hill or something. I mean rolling over as in a car crash. And here's a picture just to prove it. And guess who did it? Ding ding ding, me, of course. Let's go ahead and get started with the story, and I'll tell you about everything that happened on possibly the worst day of my life. And if it's not the worst, then it's probably the top 5 worst days of my life. The day started off pretty well. It was me and my best friend Izzy, and we were just coming back from Michigan because we were all like hanging out with our friends. And my friend Izzy took the bus down with me to Tennessee, and then she would fly back from Tennessee to Nevada, which is where she lives. The day went off pretty well. We woke up at about 11 or 12 and we were just hanging out, doing what we would usually do, like if I was living in Nevada. Like whenever we just hang out, this is like normally what we would do. And it was time for us to go, and I kind of wanted to drive to the airport, but first we had to go pick up my brother, and then we had to go get money from Izzy's bank account. I went to go pick up Andre, which was fine. Andre's my brother, and I drove pretty well. I did pretty good. Izzy even said, wow, you did good. And then next up was to go to the bank. We had about an hour and a half until Izzy had to get to the airport. And if you've ever been to Nashville's airport, it literally takes like 20 minutes to get through the entire thing and like to get to your site and where you need to go to fly, of course. So we weren't really like rushing it. We were just like, okay, we're gonna go get your money and then we're gonna start heading to the airport. We get to the bank and we get her money, and when we come back in the car isn't turning on. It's turning on, but then it doesn't, like it turns back off. We had no idea what was going on. And so I asked my mom, because she's in the car obviously because I only have my permit, and she looks at the fuel, like how much gas is left in the tank, and it's empty. Like it's zero, like probably -2. It's all the way down there. It's empty. I cannot believe I didn't even look. But yeah, it was empty. And she starts yelling at me. She's like, Raquel, why, like, how could you do this? Like the gas station's literally right there. Literally, guys, the bank and the gas station were right next to each other. If I could put it on Google Maps right now, I would show you how close they were to each other. Literally walking distance, 5 minutes away. And we were like, okay, no big deal. Well, I mean, yeah, it was pretty a big deal, but we had to walk to the gas station to get more gas. Now, in order to actually get gas, we had to go to the store to get a red. Some girl just like dropped her towel while walking. You could see UNA right now. You had to get gasoline tank thingy, like the red, I don't know what they're called. I can't think right now. You had to buy one of those at like the dollar store, which was like a 10-minute walk, and then we had to walk back, and then we had to go buy gas to put into like the gas, red box thingy, and then we would put it in the car, and it would give us enough gas to go to the gas station and then fill up the gas. Of course, this took like 45 minutes to do, so Izzy was unfortunately late to the airport. And oh yeah, so that's the first thing, that that we ran out of gas. And then the second thing is that Izzy was late to her flight, and so she had to miss that flight. Honestly, I would say the one thing that I'm thankful for in this entire day is that we were on the freeway when the gas ran out, because I honestly don't know what I would do if I was driving and the gas just started, and like it was empty and the car just started slowing down. I honestly don't know what I would do because I've only been driving at that time for like 2 months, not even like a month. And yeah, I'm 18 years old. Hello, no driver's license, but you know. So we go back home and we don't really know what we're gonna do at this point. And we're literally just sitting there waiting for like an hour, like deciding on like what we're gonna do. How is she gonna get home? Does she have to buy another plane ticket? And we decided to finally call. And with, I think it was Southwest, if you miss your flight, you can take the next flight if like there's a seat available, as long as you call in like the next 2 hours, or get to the like airport in the next 2 hours. They could find like another flight for you, and we didn't know that. And that's when the rest of the story begins of rolling over. So we have about a half hour to get there, and it takes literally a half hour to get to the airport from my house. If you don't know about the South, they have a lot of back roads, and I'm gonna post a picture. They are very narrow and they're very, ooh, I'm terrified whenever I go on them to this day. Ever since, like, even before that, I like don't trust people who drive really fast on those type of roads because they are absolutely horrific. Anything can happen, especially if it's like a rainy day, which it was. Note to self, it was also a rainy day. That could be number 3 of being a bad day, that it was raining. And we start driving, and I'm driving, and I'm like, I want to drive, and I'm being cocky, I'm being confident, I'm like, I can do this. We take the route, the most difficult route to the airport, which was taking the back roads. We only had to take the back roads for like 10 minutes in total, and I've driven on the back roads before, but I haven't like had that much experience with them. And the speed limit was 35, and it was a rainy day, and guess how many miles per hour I was going? I was going like 45 miles per fucking hour in a 35 mile per hour zone on a rainy day. Smart, I know. We start driving, and before you know it, I'm going fast. It's me, my friend Izzy in the front, my mom in the back, and then my dog Kingston, like sitting with my mom. And before you know it, we're going up, and then we're curving down, and bam, my mom says, Raquel, slow down, and she yells at me. And before you know it, if you could picture this, I hope you can, in a white Tahoe in the back roads, going down, curving down, the car trips, and we roll about 1.5 rolls, I would say. I'm gonna go ahead and show a little slideshow of some pictures right now of how the car ended up turning out. When we finish our roll, oh yeah, here's also the location of where we hit. I took a picture when I came back from Nevada one time because we had to drive past it, because we always have to drive past it. When we officially landed our roll, I was on the bottom, my friend Izzy was up top, and then my mom and like my dog were in the back. And I honestly thought my friend was dead, but she was just in a state of shock for like 10 or 15 seconds. I look up at her, and all I see is her, and I see like blood on her face, and I wasn't really sure if she was dead or not because she was not responsive for like the first 10 or 15 seconds, and it absolutely scared me. My mom told me that the first thing that I said was, "Is anybody dead?" I don't even remember saying that, to be honest. So obviously I lost some memory of this going on, but what I do remember is my mom saying that she smelled gas. Now, if you remember from earlier in the story that I said, we had a red like gasoline fuel thing, and of course, you know, not all of the gasoline is gonna go into it, and that means that there was some gasoline left over in the car. Thankfully, there was no fire that started, but we automatically, once my mom said that, me and Izzy automatically just tripped the shit out. And we start jumping around, we're like, unbuckle our seatbelts, we get up, we start stomping everywhere. We're like, I guess we like started stomping on my mom's face. I shouldn't be laughing about this, but just the thought of it made me laugh, which is really fucked up. but we were like stomping all over each other trying to get out, and we had to go in the back, and we had to push the back door open. We were like on the side, we had to push it open, and I saw like the little handlebar, like not the handlebar, but like the little, I'm just not in my right set of mind today. There was like a little step, like where you place like your cups and stuff in the back seat, and I stepped on it, and that's how I was able to like push like the car door open, and I was able to get out first. And there was a man, he like witnessed the entire thing, so thankfully there was somebody there, but he was able to call the cops and like call the ambulance and get everybody, like, you know, get everything down here like as quick as possible. And he was helping me get everybody else out, and my mom, she couldn't get out of from the top, so we had to wait until the fire department could come, and we had to open like the back hatch for her. The fire department had to. We weren't allowed to like go near the car once we were out of it. And my dog, he was safely out, but he was pissed off at me for the rest of the time. He never likes my friend Izzy, but at this moment in time, he didn't like me, and he didn't care. He didn't have his woman, aka my mom, and so he went to my friend Izzy, and he didn't, like, I swear, he did not want to see me for the rest of the day. And he was shaking. It was a rainy day. He was dirty. He doesn't like being dirty. He's a Shih Tzu, you guys. If you know Shih Tzus, they don't like to be dirty, and they're very clean, and they're very, like, princessy, annoying like that. But anyways, my mom got out. Everybody was alive. Everybody was fine. And the fire department had to come and, like, check our pulse and make sure that, like, our heartbeat was fine, our heart rate was okay, if we had any injuries. If we did have any injuries, we like didn't have to like pay for it, or like if we had to do any like head trauma, anything like that, we were covered, we were fine. So yeah, that was number 4 of what could have possibly gone wrong on that day. And that is honestly why I describe it as the worst day of my life. That screech though. Needless to say, my friend Izzy, she had a headache throughout the entire day, but she did get to go home that day. Her dad wanted her home especially, of course, but everybody was fine. We didn't even like the car anyways, so insurance is gonna, you know, take care of the car. My mom is gonna get a new car. I don't know when, but she is. And like I said, we didn't even like the car anyways, so we're kind of glad we got rid of it. And yeah, that was kind of the story of possibly the worst day of my life, and how rolling over almost literally killed me. I swear to God, you guys, cars are not my thing. I am waiting until later on this year to see what could possibly go wrong with me in a car. I can't. I don't know what is wrong with me in cars. This is why I don't have my license, people. I don't even have my license still. I have my permit. I want to test in June, but we will see how I feel about it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please like below and subscribe if you would like to. I try and post on Tuesdays and Saturdays whenever I can. I'm a very busy girl with a college life and a job, and I like to go out of town and travel and just do so much things. But I try to post as much as I can, and I hope you guys have a wonderful Saturday, and I will see you guys whenever I post. Bye.